What is up, gang? I decided to make another video. Probably going to drop it today as well, and you're probably going to see some shorts over here the next few days or weeks. I'll schedule them out. I have a few already in the works, but right now I'm going to be covering Citrine. I made a short talking about this build, but recently I was able to get the Hound and I was able to change some things around. So this is what I'm working with. This is the, in my opinion, only build you're going to need for Citrine. You might, you can tweak it if you want. You can do whatever you want, but this right here is, I think, the only build at least I need for Citrine. 3 Forma, no, you can do more or less. You can switch it around however you want to do. It's up to you. For my ARCHON shards, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'm gonna go top, down, left, right. ARCHON shards, I'm using mana or the energy, which is a little bit of energy problem. If it were up to me, I'd use the Tau one so I can get a little bit more out of there, so I don't have to put a flow mod or anything like that. You could replace the Crimson Shard with another blue, but I like the damage here. Up to you guys, really. For the yellow, I'm using Casting Speed, though I was using that for Crystallize. Since I have them, I thought about potentially switching them out, maybe for more energy or more damage. You never know. You never know. That's what I've been thinking. That's what I've been thinking. Let me go back over here. Though, starting off with passive, Citrine grants, nearby allies 5 health regen per second. Pick up a health orb, increases the regeneration by 0.1 up to a maximum of 25. This actually is really nice. You're able to keep not only yourself but everyone else around you alive, and it synergizes very well with your one ability, your fractured blast. Slash and stagger enemies with crystal blast that inflicts slash status. Enemies afflicted with this status have an increased chance of dropping health and energy orbs. So these two work very well together. And fractured blast, especially if you have a really good weapon, it allows you to get into Steel Path very easy without really any trouble. You don't really need any mods with Citrine. You can kind of just go in, and as long as you can, not die, or at least using your preserving shell here, it gives you some damage reduction. So like all this, I feel like Citrine works very well together. Her preserving shell, the Citrine guards herself and nearby allies with crystalline shell that gradually decays. Kills and assists increase the defensive power in shell. So like if you have a really good weapon, your 1 and 2 should keep you alive for the most part, just because you're going to get tankier and tankier, and you're going to get more and more health. If that makes sense. Like you're just going to get more. Just going to keep yourself alive. Nothing's going to really be able to hurt you. And then you have your prismatic gem. Deploy a gem that shoots prismatic beams. The gem targets enemies that are taking weapon damage from Citrine and her allies. Its beams inflict heat, cold, toxin, electricity status chance, and status duration increase for nearby allies. So you can deal a lot of damage when you place this right here down. I'll go into the mods, but if you have a companion like a Kubro, a Kavad, or anything like that that's moving around, not a sentinel, you can get an augment that allows you to place the prismatic gem on that companion, and it buffs them. And then whenever your companion attacks, it'll hit them with the status ray. And depending on the mods you have like Contagious Bond and a few other ones, you can spread those statuses around. And then for the 4th ability, it is normally recrystallize, what it does is you do like I guess a line attack, or enemies kind of in line of sight, from what I'm guessing. I didn't really use it that often. It was pretty cool. It would put like crystals on them and kind of stun them, and then whenever you would do damage to the enemy, you could get huge crits, like a lot of red crits. But the thing is, for me, it had to like reapply. You could get an augment that would cause the recrystallize to explode and then spread. So like say I was using the Torrid, I could probably do a lot of damage with recrystallize due to the fact that it can attack multiple targets, and if you're attacking multiple targets, the likelihood of you spreading that damage to multiple enemies, especially in a tight area, you're going to be able to do that. But I replaced it with Roar just because I really like the increase in damage, and it, you know, you can buff your pet with Roar, and I felt like Roar plus the Prismatic Gem and the fact that I'm running a Hound. I got a, which is, what kind of Hound are you, buddy? Let me upgrade. Let's see. Oh, it was already on there. I'm still working on it. I got a Dorma Hound. You probably could use whatever you want, but this is the one that I was given for free when I first did my Sister of Parvos. So this is what I'm kind of using right now. I'm working on a few mods. Still working on, yeah, pretty much working on a few mods. But the main ones you want are Repo Audit, Manifold Bond, Contagious Bond, and Synergized Prospectus. I thought about switching these around. That way he does more damage to get more status up, and then, you know, disarms them second to last. But this one's really good. Helps you kind of stop, you know, keeps, if you're around enemies that are shooting a lot at you, you know, they could just get rid of that. I like that a lot. But this is what I'm using for my Hound. I'm still working on it. The main thing I'm using the Hound for is, I guess I'm gonna get into the meat and potatoes here, the actual mods, right? This is what I'm using for Citrine. So I'm using Mecha Empowered. Let y'all read that. Squad deals 150% extra damage against marked enemies. Companion marks a target every 45 seconds for 6 seconds. Killing the target applies their status to all enemies within 15 meters. And then I have Mecha Pulse, gives me armor every single time we kill a marked enemy. Oh yeah, killing, and it lasts for, it's 60% armor for 20 seconds for each enemy within 30 meters, which is pretty nice. And then having these two reduces the cooldown down. I'm using Power Drift. Probably could use, I could probably switch this to Cunning Drift if I really wanted to. Since I have more than enough energy for Fracture Blast, would give me more range for, probably would bring me up to 160, which I could do that. Especially, I am getting a lot of, yeah, I might actually do that. We're going to switch that live in the build. Think you can use Power Drift or Cunning Drift, and it'll be good. I mostly want it to be close. I think you need to be like 200 or, yeah, about 210 strength to get 100% health orbs. So I wanted that way I could at least take advantage of equilibrium and my passive, as well as Arcane Blessing, so that way I can get a decent amount of health. And I'm using Arcane Bellicose because I felt like all that worked well together. You could do Arcane Aegis, you could do Molt, what is it? Arcane Impetus, and then you could do like Molt, what is the Molt one? Let's go here. I'm still working on Molt Augmented. You could do that too if you really wanted to. Kind of depends on your play style, but I do think Prismatic Companion is mandatory for the Mecha Empowered build. I did have a Nourish build. This is what I use for Nourish. And then this is what I use for the base. Like, because I use both Recrystallize and Prismatic Companion. And then I might switch this out for Arcane Bellicose across. I did have Arcane Battery because I was using health conversion, but I think with my energy shard, Archon shards there, I think I'll be good. But that's what I use for these three. And yeah, I did say there's only one build you need for Citrine, but I actually have three. But this main one right here is the one that I think is really fun. I did add Arcane Continuity to this to go with Prismatic Companion, since it applies toxic damage to potentially proc that corrosive, since it technically is my ability, you know. So what I'm gonna do here, we're gonna go, we got, what is it, 9 minutes. I'm gonna do a quick survival. Let's see, friends only. Let's go take out some Tech Rod. Oh, I used the turret. I just got the turret, so that's why I'm using it. Don't judge me, but that's why I'm using it. I don't really have a complete build. You could probably use whatever. I recommend beam weapons or primers. I say the compressor. You can do that. I'll make a separate build for weapons, but I want to focus on. Oh, there we go. We're gonna focus on good old Citrine. Watch me die. Yeah, that's what I said. Watch me die. Oh, look, the only build you need for Citrine instantly dies. I'll cut that out. I'll cut that out.
You know why they call them hell scrubbers? Because if you don't blast the
I feel like that happened last time. I was like, hey, this is the only build you need for mag. Wasn't paying attention for like 2 seconds and instantly died. That's why I have it on my channel, bro. I don't we don't edit. We don't edit, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go in here and show this live. We're gonna show you live how the Citrine build works. That way you can see if you like it. So, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm also not the best player. So like this build is designed with me in hand. So I'm trying to play. Ooh, what is that? Let me see. I hear a little shiny. We'll worry about that later. I just like that even though my pet is dead, I can still get the effects of it. Oh, is that the hell scrubber? I guess it is. Don't forget to use your one when you need both health and ability. I guess health and energy. What's wrong with me? Oh, I love the turret, man. It's great. Thing is for me, I really need to go get oxygen, you know? I keep forgetting that, you know, this is a survival match. I was like, you know, I can just chill out, play around. But yeah, you know, if you don't mess up like me in like the first 5 seconds when you're trying to record a video and show how amazing your build is, you know, this is just pretty chill, you know? Maybe it's the turret. Could be the turret, but I feel like the turret plus Citrine equals just, you know, I'm just like casually walking towards the objective. And everything's just blowing up in front of me. So if this build is not for you, put in the comments and tell me why. If it's because I died whenever I was like first playing, it's okay. I understand. Then I laugh at somebody too. Oh, Ollie's eating some snacks over here. I'll show you Ollie before the video ends. That way you guys get some gameplay video and like a dog reveal. They're gonna let me out of here. Oh, it's not 5 minutes yet. I'm like, y'all gonna let me out of here? Nah. Yeah, you just, you know, I'm pretty sure the punch through lets me hit like everybody. That's why I was like, I'm gonna use the turret. I feel like that'd be disgustingly overpowered with Citrine. I feel like I have like every status on them. Woo! Where'd everybody go? It's crazy it doesn't give me more of that survival energy. I feel like in some regular survivals, if you're like taking out the enemy enough, You're able to just do whatever you want. Oh, there you go. Maybe I'm just not lucky with the RNG drops. Oh, there is the Acolyte. Let me buff myself again. I can at least take on this guy, right? I won't get instantly clapped by that, right? Where are you at, buddy? Where's he at? Oh, he's dead. We got him. See, we didn't die to the Acolyte. We just died because we were not paying attention. Is this thing gonna? Dude, okay, there we go. All right, let's get out of here, guys. We can leave now. I showed you the build. I didn't die again. The Acolyte just instantly disappeared. Maybe it's because I'm using the turret. Maybe, you know, maybe this is because it's too easy. But I'll show you the turret build after this too. I just got it like last night, so it's not even like good really. I did get all the incarnate stuff. It's just the mods are not 100%. I'm missing. I have like 2 empty mod slots. All right, do that damage attenuation stuff. Oh wait, it's because my big boy buffs are off. Hold on, there we go. There we go. There we go. See, it's just beautiful. Let me try the compressor. Ooh, no, don't die. Ooh, that's fun too. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Yeah. Yeah, use the compressor, the turret, you know? Use whatever you want. That is big damage. The prismatic companion, great. It's great. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I just stopped talking for a second. I got lost. I got lost in the sauce. I was like, man, that damage, boys. It's great. It's great, you know. You always gotta make sure you got the damage buff on now. You need at least the damage reduction on, or you're gonna end up like me. That's how you don't die. You get like 82% damage reduction. Oh, y'all don't want to die. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. It seemed pretty easy. I don't really like Citrine. And I feel like since getting the Hound, this is even better. You probably could use the Kavat, the Panzer Volva. Probably could do that too. Alright, let's get out of here. I'm done with this.
There's no saving it now. Get out while you can.
Yeah, pretty easy, pretty chill. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Ooh, I got a primary dead. I already have a max one. So if you guys need a primary deadhead or something like that, I might be building another one. I keep getting those. You know, I keep getting them. All right. Yeah, I'll show you my weapons real quick. Let's do that. You'll probably see this on YouTube here in the next few. Incarnate, I went Incarnate form, you know, the active is, you just get that for building it. I did Fusillade, then I went Swift Deliverance, and then I went Survivor's Edge. Mods, not really too important, but this is what I got right now. Still working on it. Y'all got some suggestions. I'm doing Viral Heat. Since, you know, I can do corrosive with my abilities, don't really need that. Compressor Prime, that here. This is what I'm rocking with the compressor. I plan to get the prime version of these guys right here. I most definitely need them, just don't have them yet. I might have a primed one. Let's see. No barrels coming this week. Pistol Gambit. Critical Chance. Ooh, yeah, I might do that for a different weapon, but I did get that from the barrel, the Void Trader guy. So he's coming this weekend. Melee weapon, don't really use one. I was using Madurai here. Didn't really actually use it. You can use what, Zeneric if you want. Matter, it doesn't matter. Up to you guys. But the mods really helpful. Make sure to use your preserving shell if you're in still path, or you're going to get one shot like me. That's what happens if you don't use it. So make sure you use your preserving shell, especially starting off, so that way you can build up resistances. Once you get your health and, you know, everything moving, pretty invincible. You know, you saw how I was running around with the turret, but this is the only Citrine build that you're gonna need for base game and still path. Oh wait, you know what? Beyond the build, let me show you where to get this bad boy at real quick. You probably already seen this. What you need to do, go to Mars, go to Tiana Pass. You're gonna go to rotation C. I believe that's the 4th round. And you're going to get blueprints, and then you're also going to get these little crystals. The crystals that you get are like a pity system that will allow you to buy them from old Lloyd and the mining guy and Knights of Nebers. So yeah, I think it's Lloyd. That's him. So make sure to do that. Really, you get it really early on. After the Deimos quest, and it's pretty nice, pretty clean, pretty sweet. If you're a newish player, definitely recommend. Peace out.